Hello, hello. So, I am working on a blanket. I want to talk to you about my ruffle stitch. So basically, I'm got a bag of yarn I'm wanting to use up here, and so I have some leftover yarn, if you will. So this is my third skein of this, and this was more like half a skein. It wasn't even full skein. So what I'm using here is about 2 skeins, 7-ounce skeins. I don't know that they were even, I know one of them was a full skein. I don't think the other one was a completely full skein. So this is probably about 14 ounces of yarn. Um, anyway, so I'm doing right now what I call going around the block. So I just go, side to side, get my lengths or whatever that I want. And this is pretty narrow, right? Because I'm going to be going around the block. That's what I call it. I don't know what you would call it. But anyway, so basically is I go around the sides, and eventually I've got some red and I've got some white that I'm going to be using. Not that variated thing there. That's not actually white. I have half a skein of white. So I'm just going to be, and then I have some more a different blue that's fluffy. Anyways, so um, I'm going on the sides right now, and I'm going to end up, for the edging, I'm going to do a ruffle stitch once I get done with the full size that I'm working on. So when I go down the side, okay, there is no chain here or anything. When you go around the side, you can chain it and then do a single stitch or double stitch, whichever you're using. I'm using just a plain single stitch for this blanket because it is the closest together. It's for warmth. This is just a throw rug for cold winter months. Like right now, it's going to be -1 tonight, so I'm wishing that I had had this done. I have blue, red, white, and blue in my living room. All my patriotic stuff, all my red, white, and blue flag pillows and whatnot. All of my living room is all red, white, and blue. Curtains, everything, right? Even the paneling is like pastel. I call stress painting. I have wall paneling. Anyways, so this isn't really the usual shade of blue that I use, but I wanted to have some more throw blankets. So I go around the side, and basically how I do that, I wear these gloves because I have electric heat. No matter what kind of heat you had, it's so cold, and keeping the heat on around the clock, my skin's really dry, and it's kind of comforting. You keep lotion on your hands. Um, anyways, so um, so as you can see, there's no chain here, and you can either use a chain and then go around behind that and do a single crochet. But instead of doing that, which is normally what I do, but I don't really have that much blue left, so I'm just single crocheting across this rugged edging. I mean, it's pretty straight, but this is the side of the blanket, so I just kind of go in between the rows here. And whatever you do on one side, just make sure you do that on the other side. So if I call this in the middle of in between stitches. So I go there, and then I go on the bottom of a row here. However you go on the side, just make sure you do it the same on the other side, right? And then I'll go at the top, and then I'll just go all the way around. And since I'll probably have enough to go around this blanket twice, and then I'm going to switch and do white, and then I'm going to do some red. So I'm going to talk to you about my ruffle stitch. I don't know what all different types of ruffle stitches people have used, but I feel like the easiest way to do a ruffle stitch that I have done is I will, once, let's say this is going to be my last single crochet, then what I will do is I'll do a single in for each stitch that I go into. I'll add a chain for each and every stitch, right? And so then the next time I go over that, I will have an extra chain to go through, and it'll just keep increasing. And if you want, you know, the more ruffle that you want, the bigger ruffle you want, you can add 2 chains, you know, but basically each time you go through, it'll just start curling, you know. It usually takes about 3 rows to create a ruffle. And like I said, you can use variations on how many chains you add between each stitch, or how many rows that you do that particular pattern with to get the different size of ruffles. You can see in my playlist where I have done, oh, hats, baby booties, blanket edging for ruffles. Um, so I think the most common edging that I use is the ruffle stitch. It's like a popcorn type ball stitch, or I will use a shell stitch, or some kind of variation of a shell stitch, or I may just use some fringe. This right now looks a little bit of a mess. Anyways, but that's what I'm up to on this very, very cold night. Using up my yarn. And yeah, so if you are interested in crafts and maybe you're kind of new to my channel, I just want you to know that I have all the categories of types of content I do on my channel. They're all in playlists. Just go to my home page and scroll down, and you will find my playlists. Or you can just click on the playlist. I have lots of playlists, right? And I want you also to know that I have some of my playlists where I will add other people's um, videos. I have shared playlists where some of the videos might be mine, but a lot of the videos are other people's content. They may be videos that I want to be able to have easy access to, I don't know, a year from now, 5 years from now, when it's going to be almost impossible to find some random video, because every day they put new videos out, and so an older video will be at the bottom of the barrel, next to impossible to find. That's the great thing about playlists, is because you can save your favorite stuff by categories. I've got crafts that, videos that I've wanted to revisit, you know, years later, and, and you may not be able to find that video, right? Um, so if you're like, I do playlists, I do crafts, I do, like how-tos that I find are really good, cooking videos. Now, I don't save everybody's videos. It has to be something that I really like, because those playlists can get really long really quick and take forever to get through. So I kind of cap my playlists out to about 300 videos. Some of my playlists are a little bit longer depending on what they are. Like my Sims playlist. This would be pretty long, and I think I have a complete tangle here. May have to deal with this. Anyways, but playlists are great, because if somebody puts your playlist or your video in their playlist, when somebody's looking through playlists, it's just another way that you can get visibility, right? And sometimes people go to other people's channels and they look at playlists, like I do. If I see somebody who has a YouTube channel, but they do not have videos, but they might have playlists, right? And I'll go, you know, they might have the same kind of stuff that I like, and I will go check out their, I'll check out their playlist. Like, I like old movies, like old black and white movies. I Love Lucy and tap dancing and stuff like that. And somebody may have a great collection, you know, videos that will be hard to find because they were uploaded so long ago. Oh my goodness. Anyways, but if you are somebody that has craft videos, let me know, or does tutorials specifically, because I do like to watch tutorial videos, okay? So please let me know. Alright, yeah. So I'm gonna keep working on this blanket, and um, yeah, that's just what I'm up to. It's so cold here. It's gonna be -1. I don't know the last time we've had temperatures that was below 0, but I'm just thankful. Thankful the Lord, I'm able to stay warm. We had a power outage here the other day, and I was just thankful to God because it happened at 10:08 a.m. I know it happened at 10:08 a.m. because I called the internet company and asked them when my modem went out, and he gave me the exact moment it went out. And I just thank the Lord that it didn't happen in the middle of the night, because it was 40 degrees, or in upper 30s versus 10 degrees. Oh my goodness. I was like, well, Lord, it was a squirrel. Them squirrels, oh my goodness. They've been causing the internet companies to have outages. They've had to put a new aerial bag on the pole. And, yeah, so I was just like, oh goodness. Anyways, pray for those who are facing wars and just without power, and just be thankful, you know, just be thankful. That's it for this one.